And Uncle Dave also, let's not forget about this. He actually said, well, the big thing that started all this is Colt Cabana. Yeah. Colt Cabana is out of the Dork order. There was no angle and they just stopped bringing him to TV. That's what started all this. You mean to tell me that these guys are supposed to be vice presidents of a national cable television promotion, and they're supposed to be big stars in the case of Page, even though he's not a vice president? They didn't get him a position. They just got him a job. It's over Colt Cabana? I can understand if CM Punk had come in and suddenly they had fired or diminished or sent to the side Bryan Danielson, or even Jericho, he's got name value, or some major
even Jungle
star.
Boy.
Even Jungle Boy, because they liked him because he got cute hair. That would have been one thing. But a fucking guy who was completely and utterly useless in every way to begin with, long before that his former friend came to the company. Do you remember a Colt Cabana match? Do you remember a great Colt Cabana or any Colt Cabana promo? Do you remember Colt Cabana doing anything other in this company than wrestling on fucking YouTube and standing in the middle of a group of job guys to be the most experienced job guy in that group? He wasn't pushed. He wasn't even prodded. And he meant nothing to the show, the revenue, nothing. And then, like some of the other people that fit that category, they just stopped using him. We can think of Dwarf Dong Sucker. We can think of Jelly. We can think, I mean, Tony doesn't have the balls to fire anybody, but he'll ghost him in a heartbeat. So everybody that doesn't want real stars to give them real competition in the company was like, oh, poor Colt Cabana. What could have happened? Maybe it's the guy that he turned on and that he fucking caused all those problems to Punk. Maybe that's it. Well, we'll get even. We'll just treat Punk bad because he's not in our clique, our little group. Fuck. It's a job guy that got sent home because he wasn't contributing anyway. I doubt seriously if Punk had anything to do with it, if he had to talk very hard. There was no upside to having this guy on the roster, just like they've got another 30 people on the roster. There's no upside to having. Most people don't even know they're there. So, again, these little kids can play big-time wrestling all they want, but goddamn, and you know, here's another thing, Punk and Danielson and FTR and some of these other guys, I doubt very seriously if you're going to hurt their fucking feelings with criticism or a mean promo or somebody saying something bad about, because they've worked for the big time. They've been to the WWE. They've been to the Evil Empire. Those people are professional feeling hurters. They'll fuck with you to the bone. So those guys are not going to be intimidated or have their feelings hurt or get their panties in a wad because the Cucamonga Kids and their band of merry misfits from the Lollipop Guild say mean things about them. Yeah, I have a feeling, well, except for Danielson's too nice, but the rest of them, Cash, Dax, and Punk, probably just soon punch one of those fucks in the face as look at him anyway. So they probably don't say a lot in person to bring that along any.
And again, the way it's being reported, the way it's now being put in print, I mean, Dave Meltzer basically said it's all because of Cabana. No one's saying it's because of Punk publicly. They're saying Cabana was not used, and all of a sudden everyone's blaming Punk, it seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, if Adam Page on live TV decided to do that against, again, the biggest star in the company, all because of Colt Cabana, he should have been suspended and sent home without pay. Because that's bullshit. That's minor league shit.
I would have gone straight to the firing, but I get your point. Yes, and again, well, yeah, you got to hit the belt. Well, it's your fault for putting a belt on a fucking irresponsible little jack off like that. But I'm not saying I'm saying Tony's fault. But that's again, what the fuck? They have no fucking concept of what they're doing, and they've been handed a lot of shit, and they've had a bunch of people pet them on the head, and they've all convinced each other that they're geniuses and they're brilliant and they're the greatest wrestlers in the world. And they are, to a very small subset of what's left of wrestling fandom. Everybody else thinks they're insufferable, wants them to go the fuck away. But anyway, I'd love to see FTR and the Hardley Boys just have one of those, maybe reshoot Sissy Boy Slap Fight, that independent movie from Canada that we've all had fun watching over and over again on YouTube. I encourage everybody, check it out. A great co-star in it, a guy named Tyson Smith. But I'd like to see them reenact Sissy Boy Slap Fight. I'd like to see old Maddie and Nikki slap Dax and Cash one time, and I'd like to see the fucking receipt. And I guarantee you, if the Bucks didn't already have kids, if they did have some more, they'd be born fucking dizzy. Anyway, so that was this week in the dramas of Romper Room. Where do you think we're going from here? Who's going to crack up next?
Yeah, I'm not saying this with a smile on my face or anything, but actually I think Tony. I think Tony could be nothing but overwhelmed if we just look at everything going well, considering everything on his plate. And right now, he's got more drama backstage than when Cody was there, because a lot of that was kind of like a Cold War at times. This is a little more open and hostile, obviously. It's getting onto the air.
I bet Cody was proactive in trying to be an EVP and trying to do talent relations and trying to talk to more people, because he is the type of person that would take that job and its responsibilities fairly seriously, where these other jackoffs just want to do the video game. So we'll see. Yeah. Anyway.